Today we're diving into a story about the Tate brothers, into a story so wild it makes the plot twist of Nicolas Cage's movie look like a documentary of paint drying. We're talking about the Tate brothers, Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, getting their house raided and then locked up like they were the cast of Orange is the New Black. And I'm not even trolling. All of this drama kicked off because of a mix-up that is about as logical as Kanye West's Twitter feed. So here's what went down. Like, picture this. There's a girl on vacation with the Tate brothers, probably sipping cocktails or, wondering how many Bugattis she can fit into her next Instagram story. Meanwhile, her friend, who's like a military personnel guy, hits her up like, yo, you need to come on a trip with me. And she's like, nah, I'm good. I'm chilling with these two guys who look like they're auditioning for the next Fast and the Furious sequel. But this dude is probably inspired by a Liam Neeson movie. I'm not gonna lie. He thinks that she's in trouble, like, oh no, she's been taken. So what does he do? He calls the cops, because apparently in his mind, hanging out with the Tate brothers is like being trapped in a Saw movie. It's just like, I don't get it. Like, what? So next thing you know, the Romanian police are raiding the Tate brothers' crib like it's a Pablo Escobar operation. And these dudes are getting carted off like they're the real life version of Grand Theft Auto. But here's the kicker. The girl wasn't being trafficked. She was just on vacation. It's just like you accidentally send your mom a text that you accidentally meant to send your girlfriend. Completely innocent, but now she's convinced you're leading a double life. And there's a lot of reasons to why her claimings are a little bit false. Oh, wait, there's more. So the FBI decided to, get in because, why not? So they hit up 3 other women like they're auditioning for a role in the next CIS spinoff, asking them if they were also like victims of the Tates. And guess what? Not one of them said that they were trafficked. It's like the FBI was expecting to uncover a James Bond level conspiracy. And instead they found the Tates were just really bad at picking vacation buddy. I mean, like, for real, this whole thing is like if Elon Musk was accused of running a Ponzi scheme, but he was just trying to sell flamethrowers on Etsy or something. But what do you expect? The Tate brothers have been making headlines for everything short of causing climate change. And honestly, with all the smoke they blow, I wouldn't be surprised if Greta Thunberg popped up at trial pointing fingers like, how dare you? Oh my God. We be honest, bro, these cops were probably excited about the raid than Taylor Swift fans at the surprise album drop. Got her thinking they're about to bust some international crime ring, but instead they found 2 dudes who are basically the live action version of motivational quotes that your mom posts on Facebook. Hustle harder, grind every day. Yeah, until the police show up. I'm not gonna lie though, it's like the Tate brothers were living in a bad episode of Cops, where everyone's guilty until proven innocent. I'm not gonna lie, speaking of guilty, with all these allegations, I mean, if the Tate brothers were really trafficking women, they'd probably be about as discreet as Johnny Depp's legal team. They turn into a whole media spectacle probably. But nah, I think it's just a little bit of confusion, a few misunderstandings, and a raid that had less payoff than a Shyamalan plot twist. So like, breaking everything down, what's the moral of the story? Well, maybe it's that you should choose your vacation partners wisely, or at least make sure they're not friends with someone who thinks that they're the real life Jason Bourne. You get what I'm saying? And maybe just maybe we should all take a deep breath before we jump to conclusions, because sometimes the only thing being trafficked is the truth, and that's getting harder to find. It's harder to find than a Kanye fan who thinks he still got it. But hey, at least we got a hell of a story out of it. To play devil's advocate, one of the counterparts is that the women that said that they were not trafficked were paid off, or paid actors, I guess, and that the other woman is the only one to come forth and tell the actual truth. But the problem is, if somebody falsely accused you of something, right, wouldn't you go out of your way to sue them? I had a video that I just posted, my last video, my academics video, which if you want to watch, you can go watch it, where I went over, if it is true that some of these cases are being falsely accused, these people should be taking action to file lawsuit defamation cases, so that this cannot be happening in the future and these people suffer from being falsely accused or falsely accusing people. Because to play devil's advocate, we want to make sure that this is true. And her claimings are a little bit faulty. It genuinely just seems a little bit faulty. If you really look at the logistics of the situation, a lot of stuff is not adding up, especially in the fact that she says that she called her friend, and then once she called her friend automatically assumed she was being trafficked, but there was a misunderstanding in the communication that they had. How does that happen? How are you not clear with the person saying, yo, this is what's happening, this is not what's happening? So under our understanding, it's that she wanted to go on another vacation and just go with her friend. She wanted to just, you know, hit him up. And after she had a whole vacation with the Tate brothers, she wanted to go on a vacation with her military personnel friend, which there's nothing wrong with that, but you still have to make sure you get the logistics right and not get people incarcerated for something they probably didn't do. Now, I'm not saying that they didn't do it. I obviously, this is, you know, I make jokes about it, but in actuality, a lot of her sightings have malice intent, allegedly. So when we go here and we find out that some of the things that she said were not true or had malice intent, it in some aspect makes the Tate brothers look okay. Now, when we look at the reports on everything, it's said that Andrew Tate claimed and had a speaking about in the interrogation room that they said that the mother of his child was forced into having the child with him. I don't know how that's possible. I'm not gonna say I don't know how that's possible. I know how it's possible, you know, if you just, you know, but I don't know how logistic that sounds. Why would you force a baby on someone and then not, like, it just doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. How can you force someone to have a baby with you? You keep the baby, there's no court filing. It doesn't make sense. I'm sorry, it just doesn't. As much as I am not too fond of the Tate brothers, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't add up. It sounds like a made up lie. Like, it sounds like a toddler can come up with that lie. I'm being for real. I'm being so for real. How does that make sense? You have a baby with the person, right? How do you get forced into having a baby? You carry it for 9 months. Like, what? So we have a few tweets here to read. It says, 9 hours into the house search and an armed police officer looks at me apologetically and shrugs his shoulders. He said, "You've made somebody very, very angry." Then he goes to say, "I don't have my phone because it was taken by the police. But when I speak loud, my words are heard by someone from a computer far, far away by magic." Magic. I'm guessing there he probably has something in his house or some sort of system up, almost like on some Tony Stark shit. That's low-key like some Tony Stark shit. Some shit where it's like set up in his house to where whatever he speaks, it can get heard. I have that same thing set up on my phone. I have it set up on my phone to where everything, my phone is like, my phone can hear everything I say. And it's like, it's all read out and everything. So like, if I ever need to, it's like, it's low-key kind of boss. It's some sick technology. I'm so amazed by the technology we have today. But the next tweet reads, "All they tried to do is damage my name with complete bullshit. The same people who have lied to you all of your life. Only a fool can believe them." So that right there is about as much as we got right now. We've got a few video of the Tate brothers being prosecuted and whatnot. So we can go ahead and look at this.
Andrew Tate was held overnight by Romanian police on Wednesday over a new set of allegations, including trafficking and sex with a minor, money laundering, and attempting to influence witnesses. Andrew Tate and his brother, Tristan, were taken in for questioning by Romania's Serious Crime Agency, DCOT, and remanded in custody for 24 hours as investigators searched their properties for evidence.
Here's the ultimate moment where they were like fully detained or under arrest.
I love her boy, the mother of my children.
Yeah, the mothers of our children.
We've tricked them into having kids.
So yeah, right there, that's what he says. Andrew Tate goes and he says, "They say that I tricked the mother of my kids having my kids." What? How does that make sense? Bro, I'm telling you, I'm being so for real. I'm not even too fond of the Tate brothers. Like, I don't give a fuck about them. But that don't make no sense. It doesn't. It really seemed like some bullshit. Because the only universe where this can possibly be true is the mother of his kid is completely trafficked and like being like held captive on some like R. Kelly shit, and she's like being harvested for babies and she can't say anything legally or something. Or like, I guess if he has her under DNA, then that can be the case. But I highly doubt, like, why would someone go through all that instead of just having a kid? It'd be so much more simpler, right? So at the end of the day, a lot of this stuff has a lot of false claimings and it just doesn't really add up. But if you like this breakdown, smash the like button, subscribe for more hot takes, and remember, if you're gonna hang out with the Tate brothers, leave your military friends at home, unless of course you want a vacation that ends up on CNN. And with that being said, I'll see you when you're older.